Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at Lytham Golf Academy. A very cold Lytham Golf Academy. It's -3 at the moment. But a question I get asked a lot by guys is should they be using steel or graphite shafts in their irons? So, it depends on the individual, but I thought I'd do a little video to kind of maybe show, for me personally, the difference in performance and feel between steel and graphite. So I'm going to use the Ping G400. Got a steel shaft and a graphite shaft, both stiff, 1/2 inch longer. I've got the green colour code. I'm going to hit 5 real balls on GC2. I've set the pin about 175, 176 yards away. Now, GC2 thinks it's around 20 degrees all the time. Clearly it's not. So I can feel that it's -3. So I'm probably not going to swing quite as quickly as I would normally. I have warmed up fully, but I don't think I'm ever going to get warm today. But like I said, 5 real balls. I'm going to look at some performance numbers and I'm going to give you some feedback on feel. So I'm going to start with graphite, then move across onto the steel shaft. So in the past, even when I've run through fittings for myself, I have tried graphite shafts and I've seen some differences in performances, but the big thing has been about what I feel gives me the best all-round performance. So enough talking, it's absolutely freezing down here. Let's get hitting some shots and let's see whether steel or graphite performs better. So the first one with the graphite shaft, good strike. Turning over, it's going to be a good one. Yep, love that as a starter. Love that as a starter. Maybe I should actually stop the video now and just put graphite shafts in my irons. But good first one. Let's see if we can get some consistency. No. Didn't quite get that, just felt turning over a touch. Not great. Okay, so shot number 3. This one felt good. Pretty similar to that first one. Nice high flight. Just maybe pitching a couple of yards short, but again, really good end result. Shot 4. Then another good one. Might this one go in? Hit the flag maybe? Not bad. And one final one with graphite shaft. Just felt a tiny bit towards the toe with the strike. Maybe just cost me a couple of yards on carry. But all in all, a really good miss. Right guys, so I'm going to switch over onto steel. Like I said, you know, I do test graphite, even though I've always used steel. I do test graphite when I'm trying new products. And in the past, I've seen probably a few more yards out of it and maybe just hit it a yard or 2 higher. But I've always personally felt that the couple of extra yards don't really mean a massive amount for me. You know, it's not like it's 2 club lengths difference, and I think even if it was going that much further, for me personally it brings other issues into play, like I'm hitting my pitching wedge too far and then I'd need too many wedges in my bag. So we move across to steel. Noticeably more weight in the club. Feels much more kind of normal for me, only because that's what I'm used to playing. First one with the steel shaft, felt a good strike. A little bit too far. Shot number 2. It just felt a little bit turny. Not too bad though. It'd be interesting to look at numbers from that first one, because those strikes felt very, very similar. And I would imagine when we look at numbers, maybe that first one might have just not had a lot of spin on it. Okay, next shot. I feel I've just pushed that a touch. Hang on. No, missed the green. And at the moment, we're just working on a couple of bits in my swing, and I've got that little bit of the push, or the one that turns a bit too much, back in my game. But last couple, steel against graphite. Well, solid. It's really getting in there. Jump left. Oh, hello. And one final one with steel. And felt good, it's just not turning over quite enough. And again, it's gone a long way, that one. Okay guys, so certainly there, I mean, I hit 4 out of 5 greens with graphite, only 3 with steel. Having said that, I think the last one with the steel just ran through the back, so accuracy wise they were pretty similar. But let's look at some numbers and see how the performance changed between steel and graphite. Okay then guys, so we look at numbers, and steel I actually got a little bit more speed out of, a bit more club head speed, but considerably more ball speed. So we could certainly say the second one with the graphite at 106 wasn't necessarily the best of strikes, but consistently more speed out of steel, so better ball striking. Launch angle was absolutely identical. Both of them were very, very low spin. Now, I don't know whether just today with it being very cold, maybe a tiny bit of moisture on the golf balls, but that's certainly going to make the ball go a little bit further. Height actually hit steel slightly higher, and actually on average hit the steel much further. But again, I'd expect to see that because obviously the quality of the strike perhaps giving me the more ball speed, resulting in a much bigger carry distance of 174. But certainly the two that went that little bit further with steel, just extremely low spin. Okay then guys, so we've looked at numbers, and all bar spin numbers with both clubs today, which was just ridiculously low. Not 100% sure, like I said, maybe just with it being a little bit cold, maybe a little bit of moisture around, maybe getting on the golf balls, just taking a little bit of friction out between club and ball. But certainly I felt accuracy wise was very, very similar, but that's very much down to me, how I deliver the club. Strike was certainly, I felt, probably more consistent with the steel. Again, probably just I'm more used to that, but I think I've found in the past that I have been generally more consistent with steel shafts. Now, because of the strike being inconsistent, I didn't see the benefits that graphite would generally give, which would be higher launch, higher flight, and more distance. But for a lot of you guys out there who maybe swing a bit slower than me, launch the ball quite low and struggle for height, graphite shaft can offer some really, really good opportunities for you to change your ball flight. But as ever, it's a case of getting down, getting fitted, and having products set up correctly for how you swing the golf club to help you play your best golf. So guys, as ever, really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like and share it. Comment below and I'll try and get back to you as many as I can. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.